The Adventures of Mr. Bobley is a simple physics-based puzzler that's on the road to appearing on Steam after failed crowdfunding attempts. You play as Mr. Bobley, a construction worker who wishes to get from point A to point B in a very stressed-out construction site. The game plays out in a semi-top-down view, with Mr. Bobley strolling along, jumping, or rolling around the environment. The puzzles consist of asking the question, how do you get to the next elevator? It must be solved in a specific way, combining the power of simple physics and the occasional vehicle or machine operation. Your discipline is answering the question of how fast can you complete the following challenge. You can always restart challenges you've completed to aim for a faster record. The controls aren't very excellent, and Mr. Bobley's movement will make the simplest platforming obstacles feel like a great challenge. Those who are fans of Surgeon Simulator will look past the intentionally clumsy controls, for it greatly supports the theme and challenge of the puzzle-solving gameplay. Those who aren't will lose interest very quickly. To the developer's credit, you're always told which button does what, in case if you ever forget. I personally welcome the game's slow-paced challenge, for it supports the creative theme, and as a puzzle fan, I'm impressed with the intentional clumsiness, but not blown away. I guess I would just like to see more complexity out of the physics, as I wasn't experiencing a great deal of that so far. Although complexity in everything is good for a puzzler. My biggest gripe with the game is that the tedium can sometimes be unnecessary. You'll be spending an equal amount of time getting to the puzzle before taking on the puzzle. Because of this, I got tired out from playing the game. It sucks because I was entertained by the puzzle-solving gameplay, even if it was nothing to write home about. The padding just sucks the fun out of what this game could be producing, and it got to the point where I felt too bored to solve the first crane puzzle. It's not the puzzle's fault, it's the ridiculously tedious pacing between the puzzles. Hopefully, this gets fixed, as the game is at least showing potential in its creative theme. There really isn't anything to explain at this point, but a suggested sandbox mode does sound interesting. It's hard to point out where the quality level is going with this game, but hopefully the pacing is adjusted, the concept is further explored, and the pricing is reasonable. The cel-shaded visuals are decent and the music is solid, despite being heavily licensed. We'll surely find out if The Adventures of Mr. Bobley goes beyond its current state, whenever it releases on Steam.